Coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Our first carry down for Jordan Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Bernard. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Yes, Giovanni Bernard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Touchdown, but he missed the extra point.
Extra point from McManus is
wide
good.
left.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
No, it was a pass to Switzer or some little receiver, number 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
I like this Wildcat. That's one thing I'm noticing about him. Beagle. This is about his third or fourth time running this Wildcat in this game.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One time he gained about 9
Nice
yards.
play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, it's Bell.
No, sir.
He's going to lose yardage.
You can't run without
run. His
run.
own 18. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll give him a yard on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Can't believe he tried.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
You knew this was going to be mostly running game, though. Running backs like 5th in the league.
On 53.
Now a toss play to Bernard. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he cuts it right sideline.
What?
Huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead moves to 15-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
Caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll set up to throw. A screen to Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on a turnover. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try to make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Keenum. On the screen.
Bruh, he slipped right in between
two
blockers.
After losing yardage at the 10.
Oh, my.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Yeah.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Going for the deep ball. This is
caught that?
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Gun. They'll look to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Bernard. And maybe measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They'll run it here with Bernard. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Oh, my goodness.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing is Keenum. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, okay, but he can go up and get those one-on-one like that, huh?
Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And it is true.
Come
you can
on,
draft
game,
the
play it
fastest,
both ways
you
now.
can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Come on, man. He pegged you in the back.
The tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, my God.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On the toss, Bernard. Pass, there he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Thank you.
Giovanni Bernard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have broken the tie. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Blocking the back.
Penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Escape, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
They'll look to throw. Going up top.
Nope.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Right
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
They're going to stop on the 1. Oh, good.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Half a play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way. And
a big seam, and he might go all
There's
the
a
way.
reason why I got the
10,
leading rushing, the dog on
the
me.
way home for a Broncos score.
Show him how it's done, Gio.
Giovanni Bernard, 75 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, they create some nice space.
I told you to play inside.
They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Where that was going.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brandon Marshall. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. 1st and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Again, here's Bernard. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 37.
Thought I was going to break it.
That good for 19 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a carry for Bernard. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, 60 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's
got an injury right now in my line, though.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
They said I was 1 yard away from the record. He must be at 295 yards on the game.
They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Did he catch that?
Oh, he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Mario Edwards able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So,
is he quitting? Don't quit. Don't quit. He quit. I was going to try to hit 400 yards on him. Son of a gun. Oh, well.